Hey y'all, I'm Heather and welcome to my channel, The Debt Free Quilter. It's that time of year again. It's the holiday season and it's cold. Not gonna lie, it's cold. Even where I live, it's cold. So, I have a question. It's time to start setting up our Christmas tree displays, right? I know some of y'all have had them set up for several months now, and that's okay. But have y'all ever got those little mini trees? Like the ones that are like 20 inches tall or less? And have you struggled to find something to do for a tree skirt that's going to hide the stand and just make it look pretty, even if you can't put up your normal big tree? That's where I'm at this year. I know I said I was going to move at the beginning of the year. Well, that didn't happen. And I still have a bunch of boxes in my normal space where my tree would go. So I'm having to do things a little different this year. So what we're going to need is some muslin, about 1.5 yards, and we're going to make some tree skirts that are only going to last one season. This is a no-sew project. So you need about 1.5 yards of muslin, a marking utensil, and some thread or string, and some scissors, or a rotary cutter if you feel froggy. And if you have a circle cutter, even better. I unfortunately do not have that, so I'm kind of just working my way through with the scissors this time, because this, for me, requires a little bit more precise cut than I would get with a rotary cutter, since I'm cutting a circle. Yeah, fun. Okay, now mind, give me a little grace. I'm muddling my way through this, so let's get started. Okay, you can see my setup here. I've got my scissors. I've already pre-cut my squares. My squares are 22 inches, 16 inches, and 12 inches. And the first thing I want to do is find center on my squares and mark them with an X. And now I have this little circle thing that I used from when I used to bullet journal, and I'm marking about 3/4 of an inch from center, which will give me 1.5 inches center circle. To cut that center circle out, I'm folding it into quarters, and then I'm folding it one more time, and I'm making sure that line I drew lines up as best I can make it. Then we cut on the line, or just to the point where you won't be able to see that line you marked. And when I open it back up, I'm going to have a nice, perfect little circle. And my plate is not big enough. Nope, 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 not big enough. I found this out the hard way. Now, like I said, I am muddling my way through this. This is the first time I've ever contemplated a project like this. So just we need a little grace today. Okay, I've dug out some thread and I am tying it to my pin so that I can use it from the center to mark a circle all the way around. Now this, like I said, first time I'm doing that, give me some grace. In hindsight, it would have been better if I'd had something to hold down the outsides of the muslin so that it wouldn't shift. And yes, a circle cutter is on my wish list for next year. Promise. For this one, I just marked the circle all the way around to the best of my ability. It is far from perfect, but hey, like I said, this is a one season project and I can flip it over where no one is going to see any line that I miss cutting off. So, and I can throw it away at the end of the season. It's not a big deal. So now we cut the outside of the circle. If you can cut off that line, great. If you miss some, it's not a big deal. Flip it the other way down and no one will ever see it. And now I'm going to take and cut up one of the fold lines to the center and we will have it. There are multiple ways you can do this. It's first things first on this one, I marked my center and now I'm marking the outer circle and I will come back and mark the inner circle here in just a minute. I am just trying my best to get this nicely rounded so I have just a nice circle when I'm done with this. And now I'm going to cut this outside circle and then I will mark the interior circle and take care of that. Now I'm pulling out my little circle thing again and I'm marking again 3/4 of an inch from center. So I have about 1.5 inch circle. And then I'm folding it just like I did before and cutting directly on the line. So I have a nice 1.5 inch center. And here we are. They cover the stands and we have a very dino Christmas this year. I know it's not going to stay like this. My kids love their dinos too much, but we have a very dino Christmas this year. Remember, dinosaurs are not included in the final cost of this project. Happy holidays, everyone, and thank you for watching.